In 1905, Dr. Albert Einstein made a bold and a groundbreaking claim that unlike in the Newton's description of gravity, time and space are not absolute through his theory of special relativity. His thought experiment involving a person on a very fast moving train and two lightning bolts. Those two bolts strike at the same time, and the train is moving very rapidly towards bolt number 2 and away from bolt number 1. Considering that light quanta moves at a constant speed, the person would first see bolt number 2 as it is closer to him than bolt number 1, even though both of them strike at the very same instant. This magnificent idea infers that if light has a constant velocity, different frames of references experience time and same events differently. Frames of references hold extreme importance in Einstein's theory of relativity because same events are subjected to different experiences for people in different frames of references. The backbone of special theory of relativity is its two postulates. First one is that the laws of physics are the same in all inertial frames of references, meaning in every frame of reference, laws of physics are the same, whether a person is on the surface of the moon or, God forbid, the surface of the sun. The other is that the speed of light in a vacuum is the same for all observers, regardless of their motion. Let this all sink in for the purpose of this video. Now for the topic we are all here for. Causality in physics is the relationship between a cause and its subsequent effects. In extremely simple terms, cause comes before effect. Like when a switch is turned on, light turns on. However, FTL systems or faster than light travel systems, as it turns out, pose a major problem for this very law. Let me explain. What you see here is a space-time diagram. On the vertical y-axis is time and on the horizontal x-axis is space. Here we put person named Carlos on Earth on the world line 1, and in his frame of reference, he is stationary in space with respect to most of the celestial objects and Earth. But inevitably, he is moving forward in time and time for him takes normally. Now consider a hypothetical FTL spaceship that leaves Earth for its expedition to Proxima Centauri system, moving at 0.87 times the speed of light. Due to time dilation and the relativity's rule that states that the faster you move through space, the slower you move through time, the time for the spaceship is much slower than the time for the Earth. Every 1 second for the ship equates to 2 seconds for the Earth. Its world line from Carlos's perspective would be diagonal since the spaceship is moving through both time and space. Before the spaceship left, the clock for Carlos and for the spaceship was synchronized. From Carlos's perspective, time in space is much slower than it is for him. So far, so good. But like there is Carlos's frame of reference, there's also spaceship's frame of reference. From spaceship's perspective, the Earth is moving away from him at 0.87 part of the speed of light. From his frame of reference, he is the one that is normal and it's the Earth's time that is taking slower. This is special relativity for you and it's the way nature operates. Now here's the truly chaotic part. Let's say we do send a signal from Earth at time 4 that is traveling faster than the speed of light. Better yet, the speed is such that it allows for instant communication. It will arrive at the spaceship at his time 2. Now check this same scenario out from the spaceship's frame of reference. The signal arrives at second, which Carlos's clock was at 4th second. But obviously time at Earth is slower than time at the spaceship from ship's frame of reference. When all of this is considered, the only explanation is that the instant FTL signal that left Earth traveled back in time to reach the ship. Here is when the causality gets broken. After the ship receives the signal, it processes it and sends the same FTL instant type signal back to Earth at ship's time 4 and it reaches Earth at Earth time 2. Here, effect comes before cause. This means Carlos receives the reply signal before he sends his signal. In the real world, This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. This way, Carlos is able to send signals back in time to himself before he even created it. Physics as we know it is broken, and this scenario definitely does not comply with even logic. We would have to rewrite a whole lot of laws if someday, somehow, FTL systems are finally witnessed by humanity.